Recently, we've been painting every single type of Space Marine in the Blood Angels chapter, and today we're painting
the Sanguinary Priest.
And because we're painting white today, we need to prime him in white.
And the reason being, we want to be painting as little white as we can, as that is the most frustrating colour we could ever paint. And the first thing we're going to be painting is his cape, and I've made this quick little graph to show you how I'd highlight. Depending on the cape you have, you want to find the creases, and those creases are going to be the brightest parts of the cape. And we're going to add loads of little layers and slowly build up those red highlights. And the first paint we're going to be using is Burnt Red by AK Interactive, and we're going to base coat his whole cape with this red. Now I've watered this down a reasonable amount so you can still see some of the whites behind. And one thing you may have noticed, this is all the same colour schemes as all the other Blood Angel schemes, which leads us to the next red, Matte Red. And while the other paint is still wet, we're going to be adding this paint on top, doing what is called some small wet blending. What this will allow us to do is allow the new Matte Red paint to soak into the Burnt Red paint, creating a wonderful highlight. And what we can keep doing is adding slightly more and more Matte Red on top of all of those creases, creating a lovely gradient. And this footage is pretty much uncut, and what I keep doing is going back to the brighter red paint and adding a tiny bit each time so I can start to see all these nice gradients. And of course I had to do the same technique on his crotch cape. Then with the same matte red paint, it's time to head over to his shoulder pauldrons and paint everything there red, making sure not to spill over too much onto the Blood Angel symbol, but it doesn't matter too much. And since the cape is pretty dry now, I just wanted to add a couple more red highlights, just focusing on the top of those creases and in the middle of the existing red highlights. And one thing this character is not missing is a ton of detail. There are so many little things to paint on this model, so it's time to paint all of the apothecary and any other little red bits on his armour. Now you could leave this step for last, but I noticed a couple red spots on the white armour and I just wanted to get rid of it, so I grabbed some white ink, but any white paint will do, and just wanted to cover them up. I also noticed on the crotch cape, the inner fold was slightly hanging out and I painted that red, so I painted that white as well. Which leads us to painting all of the inner cape in Sigvaldi Burgundy, a really nice purpley burgundy colour. And this is such a beautiful colour. I wish I had more opportunities to use it, but I did use 2 coats to get that true purple colour coming through. Now it's time to move on to the scariest part of painting this model, and that is painting all of the black areas in Black Legion. The reason why this is such, I guess, a scary time is we really don't want to get any of this black onto the white armour, as we don't want to go from too extreme contrasts, as it's going to be a real pain in the ass to try and bring that white back up. So the areas we have to look out for are, of course, any leathery parts on his armour we're going to be painting in black, as well as the goblin, as well as that goblin cup on his shin, his chainsword, and of course his wrist stabby thing. I don't know what that is. Now for all of the silver metallics, I'm going to be using gunmetal, but really all silver paints are pretty good. So choose whichever one you have, and you'll have a good time. Now there's a lot of areas in this model that can be left up to your interpretation for what should be silver. I chose the chainsword, obviously his fist glove, and his weird vials hanging around his waist. As well as all of the backpack vents and those weird little cable things that on his back. There really is a lot of silver on this model, but it's kind of up to you what you like to be silver and what might be bronze or black. Have some fun and just try out different things. And the next metallic paint we're going to be using is Decayed Metal by Scale 75. This is a wonderful bronze colour, and this is going to be our secondary metallic paint, which we're going to be focusing firstly on his chainsword, then all of the other Blood Angels iconography, as well as his goblin on his waist. The area that will need most of your attention is, of course, the Blood Angel symbol on his shoulder, but thankfully because it's red underneath, it doesn't matter too much if you spill over, as red is the easiest colour to paint on top of. Then to highlight all of that bronze, we're going to be using Elven Gold. We're just going to stipple this, painting tiny little dots on top of all of the bronze colours, and this is going to make a really nice rusted gold effect. Then using some beige or Xandri dust, we're going to be painting all of the ropes on his body. I also realised I forgot to paint this little Blood Angel iconography bit on his right shoulder pad, and I'm going to be painting this in black before getting our white ink again and putting it anywhere there's going to be some lights or some bright colours, as well as any gems on his armour, which leads us to Spirit Stone Red, which we're going to be painting all of those gems in. I also decided to paint his eye in matte red that we used earlier, which then is the fun time to paint all of these shining lights on his armour, which I used a bunch of different contrast paints, but kind of use any blues, yellows or greens that you have available, as there isn't really anything too special about this. The next thing I wanted to do was add a little bit of shading to all of the rope, all the beige areas, and for this I used some Agrax Earth Shade.
Now in this next step, something actually went wrong with the black enamel wash. I think I didn't mix it well enough, or stir it, or shake it, or maybe even heat it up. But basically some of the pigments in the black enamel wash didn't fully come off, leaving this kind of black, dusty, and cracked looking feeling on the model. This is the first time that's ever actually happened, but be warned.
If you want the full tutorial on how to do the enamel wash, look over my other Blood Angel videos as I go into much more depth. And once it was dry, I decided to get some more white ink and just go over all of the white areas again, just adding some more brightness to the white armour and getting rid of any of the black cracks that were left behind from the faulty wash. And there you have it, our wonderful Sanguinary Guard Priest. Let me know what Space Marine chapter or any other models you'd like me to stay paint in the future. I've been Reese, and I'll catch you in the next one.